Coming to you from Investor Townhouse headquarters in San Diego, I'm Daniel Wong. On today's program, we have CEO of Inca Worldwide, Kate Bahnsen, on with us today. We're talking about what their new superfood is and how they got started, so stay right there. We're talking about what investors need to know and how Inca Worldwide is helping communities and people's health all at the same time. CEO Kate Bahnsen from Inca Worldwide Inc. is on the program today with us. Kate, thanks so much for taking the time.
Thank you for inviting me.
Well, Kate, for our viewers out there, we want to inform them that Inca Worldwide was formerly QED Connect, and you're going through a name change and ticker change with FINRA to the ticker symbol INCA. So, Kate, tell us a little bit about how the company got started and why this project is so important.
We got started by working with farmers in Colombia doing voluntary substitution of crops from what is cocaine leaf into Sacha Inchi, and we do the transformation to make it into our Inca seed. So the project is very important because this does have a very important social aspect and social component, and also it helps communities, and at the same time we are introducing a new superfood.
So this is obviously something that a lot of people haven't heard of, and it's like you said, you mentioned a superfood. Dr. Oz actually talked about Sacha Inchi back in 2010, and you are now producing it as Inca Seeds here. Why is this the new superfood, and what should people know about it?
Our superfood is extremely good. Reason being is, we have omega-3. We have 48% omega-3, which is a lot more than fish. We have the 9 amino acids, which make us a complete protein, and we also have antioxidants. That makes us a complete, real superfood. Not just one thing, we have everything. We have some of our research and development. He has been eating it for over 3 months, and he lives on that.
So what is the difference between Sacha Inchi and Inca Seeds? Can you tell us about the product?
Yeah, Sacha Inchi, and you might see it in the market, is pretty much the seed that it comes out of the plant, and it needs a process because when you eat it, it is number one, it's a diuretic, and number two, when you don't process properly, it tastes very dry. It has a very dry, bitter taste, and we want to differentiate us from Sacha Inchi and let everybody know about Inca seed, which we have a better taste and we conserve all the omega-3 and the proteins.
Kate, very interesting there. Can you also give us a little bit about your background? How did you get into this and why you created the company?
Okay. We created this project over 4 years ago, working with farmers in Colombia to actually help them to do the transition. Colombia has been through a very rough time, trying to change from growing coca leaf, and now we have been able to work with farmers and encourage them to go into farm something else. Most of the farmers, they just want to make a living. They just don't, for them, coca leaf is not a choice. It's the only thing that actually makes them to have a roof over their heads. At this point, we have been able to do this transition, help them out, and convince them that we can have a market. And now we're in the process that we have transformed the Sacha Inchi into Inca Seeds, and we have it in the market, and we have products for sale. So now our biggest thing is educate the consumer. So we had to do both. We had to help the farmers, convince them to grow, and then now we have to educate the consumers and also our investors. So as you can see, our education process is extremely big.
Definitely, and commendable for being able to help people while you're also producing a product at the same time. When we were speaking earlier, you mentioned this has been around for 3,000 years. How come people are just now finding out about it?
Actually, it started back in 2000, in the year 2000, when the university, I think the University of Los Angeles is actually who really did the research, because Colombia has the third biggest biodiversity in the world, but most of the people, they don't even know what is there. So it started with Sacha Inchi. That's what happened. They started first processing the oil, But I mean, realistically, not too many people do their supplements, and actually you cannot really cook with it. So there is not really a market for the oil. But that's pretty much what it started first. Now then we realized that actually it's not just the oil. We have the protein. We have a complete superfood that you can actually live on Sacha Inchi and our Inca Seeds day in and day out.
And I think a lot of people are definitely being more conscious of their intake of foods. You know, there's a lot of processed foods, and obviously organic is a big thing now. So it's very interesting that you have a product that's really getting out that has all those benefits to it.
Correct. And one thing that is very important is that we're in the process to make sure that we comply to be non-GMO. We're looking in starting to get all our certification for being also vegan and all other certification like organic. We are working on all those certification. That way is, a real superfood that is healthy for you. And at the same time, we are helping farmers.
Great.
We're changing pretty much the economy of Colombia. That's our biggest goal.
Amazing. Let's shift gears a little bit. As far as shareholders goes and the company goes, what can shareholders be expecting here in the future? You're obviously going through the name change, the ticker change to INCA. What would you like to tell investors and your current shareholders?
Most of our investors is actually they're very health conscientious. They're investing in us not only because they like what we're doing, but they believe in what we are doing. What they can expect in the future, they can expect a lot more products. They can expect a lot of innovation. We have so many products that we can make with Sacha Inchi that is just incredible. We also have a lot of farmers coming in, and every day there is more and more. So we do truly believe that we can make this project into one of the biggest projects that you have seen for many, many years.
Well, thank you so much for that. Folks, we're going to be seeing the ticker change from QEDN to INCA. If you're looking to buy the Inca seeds and other products that they have, you can go to IncaWorldwide.com. But Kate, it looks like we're out of time for now. We'd like to thank you so much, the CEO of Inca Worldwide, Kate Bahnsen, for coming on today.
Thank you very much for having me.
Well, Kate, we'll have you on again soon sometime. We'll follow up on some of the progress and developments going on with the company. For our viewers and listeners out there, catch more interviews on our webcast section at investortownhall.com. Tune in next time and get your voice heard. Stay tuned for the next interviews here on investortownhall.com. Also, make sure to join a stock board to start the discussion and get your voice heard.